Hello Aquarius, welcome to your weekly reading for the 26th through the 1st. We do have a new moon in Gemini happening on Monday, so the horoscope and tarot reading is already up on the channel for that. I'll link it to this video as well as it being on the home page of this channel and on the new and full moon playlist. You have success coming up. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. Success. Now, when we do have success in something, most of the time we have love for it, right? Whether it's success in work, success in romance, success in health. The point is that the goal is because of love, right? But I love that it says no greater goal than to love. If you love your job, then you want to succeed. If you love your partner, then you want to succeed. If you love your body, then you want to succeed. Do you get what I'm saying? So the goal is always to lead life with love. I mean, that's the Christ itself. That's part of heart ascension. So I do feel like you're going through a heart awakening of sorts, of opening up to love and opening up to what success means to you, specifically success. So when you think of success at your job or in your career path, and if you're sitting there thinking, Gigi, I don't have a career, I just work job to job to job and everything's just a job for me, I get that. We have bills to pay. But if you were to start your career, and it doesn't matter what age you're at, right? You could start your career at any age, literally. It's weird that we put time constraints on everything. You have to have, physically, obviously, unfortunately, like something like giving birth to a child, you have to give birth by a certain age because physically you can't after that. But other than that, for the most part, you don't have to put an age or number on anything. Why am I really picking up on this? Do not compare yourself to other people, right? First of all, or compare yourself to what society wants from you, because your version of success is going to look different than everybody else's. Okay, so you can succeed in your job at a different point than someone else's. I really want to make this a career reading. I'm really feeling strongly that this is a life purpose or a career reading. So I might pull other decks, but you have to love what you do. You have to love what you do, or at least like it and not hate yourself when you wake up in the morning. Okay, what else for Aquarius? What else for Aquarius for the week of the... Thank you. Honesty. Somebody else got this. I want to say... I don't know. I want to say it was Scorpio, but I don't think so. Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can't expect it from myself. No, it was Leo. Leo got it. Yeah, being honest with yourself is the biggest thing. Being honest with yourself is more important than being honest with other people. Now, you have to be honest with other people for sure, right? But this is definitely about you being honest to yourself about what your idea of success is, especially with career and life purpose. You're not being honest with yourself. You're not honoring the truth, the subjective truth, okay, your personal truth, but also the objective truth, the collective truth. You're not practicing integrity this way, right? You're not practicing true integrity if you're not being honest with yourself. Not everyone else is going to be honest with you, but you can be honest with yourself. You can expect it from yourself. So start to expect being honest to yourself and making honesty a priority. What's blocking their success, or what could be a potential block to their success? It's this one. No, it's not. No, it's not. What's blocking their success for Aquarius? Wow. All right, so you have Oceans and South. Now, Oceans is bravery. She's literally walking on the world in an ocean. The weight of the world is what I'm getting here. The expectations of the world. Again, there's almost something here about not needing to compare yourself to society, to what other people do, to how other people succeed at your age or at your time or in your environment. We're all different people and we all want different things, but there are similarities. So your place in the world, your sense of belonging in the world, how do you belong? How do you operate? And if the archetype of the ocean is a block to your success, then the ability to dive deep into your subconscious, unconscious, into your emotional body, and even your emotional pain body, and getting information from that. And then using that information to help guide you towards this level of success that you're seeking. The other card that came up was South, adventure. You have a lack of adventure, Aquarius. There's nothing exciting. There's nothing to seek. It's a block. You don't feel like you're on an adventure, and you need to feel like you're on an adventure, and it's South. Now, maybe there's just maybe you just feel like it's not the right time, but it is the right time. Maybe you just feel like you don't have the right tools, but you have the right tools. You're not allowing yourself. That's the thing. You're not allowing yourself to go on this adventure. You need to allow yourself. This is a spaceship. This is like a huge adventure. This is like traversing the unknown, the massive, like this unbelievably, almost impossible, massive idea of the universe, right? Like when we sit there and really think about the fact that we're in a universe, it's crazy. It's mind blowing. That's the kind of adventure that is waiting for you for this success. It's mind blowing, Aquarius. Okay. Honesty. What's blocking? Connection, the biome. That's an interesting card. Master number 44. Archangels. Using the angelic realm and the archangels, however you believe in the archangels, whatever they mean to you, that realm is there for you to access. You need to be honest with yourself. If the biome is a block, you know, it's weird. It's almost like I'm getting a sense of like, you feel like you've created your own ecosystem in your life, and so you feel like you're responsible for this ecosystem, but you need to see that you can let it go. This is very similar to Leo's in this sense. Also, connecting. You need to be honest that you want to connect, which is very funny for an Aquarius, right? I have a shit ton of Aquarius in my chart. I'm probably more Aquarius than I am anything else. And I get it, all right? A natural tendency for an Aquarius is to disconnect, to be detached, because the idea of attachment feels limited. So there is something strong and powerful and beautiful about connection. Connection. Do not lie to yourself. Everybody else can lie to you. That's fine, right? You can expect that from everybody else, but don't expect it from yourself. Don't lie to yourself about wanting, seeking, or needing connection, and where or how or who this connection is with. Because at the end of the day, when you look in the mirror, you know you can't lie to yourself, right? Like, you know that there's that world card, that sense of belonging that we were already talking about. Oh, geez, I'm going to break this deck. Aquarius. Okay. Four of Pentacles. What is it that you're hanging on to? The Two of Swords? Okay, hold on. Let me get the other cards before I talk about that. Queen of Cups, we got Cancer energy. Knight of Pentacles, Virgo, Hanged Man. Seven of Cups. Well, that would make sense with that Two of Swords. And the bottom of the deck is Five of Swords. So you could be watching this because you got Venus in Aquarius. Because this is a Venus in Aquarius card. But I'm going to get more on that. I won't talk about that background energy yet. Because I want to talk about this first. Because these two came out together. So you're holding back because of this indecisiveness. And what's making you indecisive is the inability to see, right? The unknown. Because you don't know, you're unable to make a decision. And that's okay. But sometimes you have to be willing to take a risk. You have to be willing to take a chance on the unknown. You're not sure how to open up as well. Again, there's something about closing off your heart space, not opening up to receive. And that... Where was I talking about that? Anyway, needing to open up a little bit. No, right, the connection, the biome. Needing to connect. That heart ascension that you're going through. You're hanging on. You're holding back. Yeah, that's what it is. You're holding back. And you need to be able to let go and open up. It's really hard to make a decision from there. So how do we make that decision? How do you feel? That's why this Queen of Cups is here. How do you feel? When you think about success, when you think about your job or your career, how do you feel? Where do you feel is the right direction to connect better with that career? To feel connected to what you're doing and how you are placing yourself in the world. Your little place, your little spot in the world. How do you feel about that? That's Queen of Cups is there. Also, nurturing yourself. Connecting to the self is really important, and that's part of being honest. Seven of Cups. Very emotionally confusing. That's funny because that Queen of Cups is there, and I was just asking you, how do you feel? A little bit emotionally confused, and that's also not helping in the decision making. So let's narrow down the emotions. Let's figure this out. That's what you need to start doing this week, is figuring out emotionally what's going on, because you have a lot of options, you have a lot of choices, and it can be overwhelming. Maybe that's the point with the career being an issue of success. Like, you're not sure which path to take because you've got a lot of creative projects to choose from, or I don't know, in one way, shape, or form, you got a lot of choices and you're not sure how to narrow it down. This Hanged Man, I feel like you might have changed your mind recently. I feel like you've done a 180 on something. But I also feel like you're hung up on one thing and it's stopping you from moving towards another. Knight of Pentacles. Be stubborn in a good way. This is stubbornness. This feels like stubbornness right now. Be stubbornness in a good way, though. Be stubborn about, this is what I want. This is my sense of direction. This is my plan. A, B, and C, and I'm going to get to that destination. Be firm-footed. Be decisive. Again, there's something here about being decisive. Stand your ground. Do not budge. All right? No matter what's going on, do not budge. Especially with this Five of Swords. I don't understand why this Five of Swords is here. Judgment and Five of Pentacles and the Fool. All right. This could be another person, place, or thing that is making you feel like a fool. It's making you feel like you don't deserve it, that you're not worthy of it enough. And it's casting harsh judgment on you. Now, this could be past versions of yourself, okay? But it is a person, place, or thing. It's making you feel ostracized, more detached, more of the outcast than you need to be. Because you're not trying to be the outcast. Remember, you're trying to look for that connection. Okay? So do not listen to this energy, because this energy is not helping you one bit. Don't even give it the time of day. Don't allow it to rent space in your head. All right. I hope this helped, Aquarius. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great week, and I'll see you in the next one.